just a quick note, but didn't photograph the shelter, sorry. Yeah, there were 4 of us in there last night that held 6. There's a good, another couple came, a couple that was on the hilltop with me. They pushed on, I think, to camp or something. Maybe they went to that shelter, I don't know. That's where I'm headed. It's 8 miles or so, 8 or 9. Should be there by 12 or 1. Hopefully it won't be full of people, but I mean, yesterday was the day where it turned nice, so people may have actually pushed on and gone over that mountain range. A little bit at the foot of the next 4,000 peak I have to go over tomorrow, and the weather is supposed to be nice for a few days. Plus, I only got enough food for 1 day, frankly, so I have to get into town tomorrow. Sleep was okay last night. Woke up a few times. Hips are getting bed sore type of feeling. Had to pee a couple times. It's not really raining now. It's just damp. I'm sure it will come. One of the other, maybe 2 of the people in the shelter I just left will continue on to the shelter that I'm heading to as well. So hopefully they won't pass me. If there's a problem with getting into the shelter, well, like the guy said, just sit on the edge all night. Just wait for morning. But then I gotta get food and potentially go to a hostel. There's one there. Hostel of Maine, it's called. I think it might be a play on House of Pain. Or Hostel of Pain. Anyway. Just mostly to recharge battery. Yeah, anyway, like I said, it's supposed to be nice for a couple days after that, so I don't want to waste them and make miles. I think that's when I will get to the Kennebec River and resupply there, where they need to figure out where the last resupply before the 100-mile wilderness is. I get the impression from what the guy was saying, 100-mile wilderness, you come out like 1 mile to Katahdin, and that's it. So gotta have enough food, and that means weight, and that means getting somewhere that has the right stuff, so you can buy, let's say 7 days worth of food. You have to carry. I'm gonna be cheese and salamis, I guess. Anyway, the route today is mostly a descent and then a reascent to the same elevation and then across a little bit. So, let's give you a little bit of a trail walk here. Okay, I'm officially at the bottom of the descent. The time is 9 o'clock. I started at 7, 2 hours, so let's say 2 hours going up, 1,000 feet. No, actually, well, depends on the terrain. And then a little bit of horizontal. So maybe I'll have a little snack here before I start heading up. You see they have a view of falls there, so maybe I'll actually go look at the falls. I can see something up there. coming down. It's making the noise. Otherwise, it hasn't rained. It's just very gray. I might even take off my raincoat because I'm feeling hot, and it's a hill. So we'll see. Oh, gut hook won't show my correct position, I'm sure. So I think I'm just a mile away from the shelter. It's 11:10. So within half an hour I should be there. The trail's pretty agreeable, fairly level. The route is some rocks and dirt, and a little boggy here and there. So, tired. I'm wet but not soaked. And I think if the weather holds and the shelter is full, I shouldn't have a problem getting my tent up, crawling in for the day. We'll see. My dreams come true. I got to the shelter, although it was raining a bit getting here. And the shelter is empty. It's a big one too, and it's empty. Oh, wonderful. We used to hang things. I got my dry shirt on, inflated my mattress. I'm just gonna nibble on something now, waiting for the other guy to show up. He's going to be happy about this too. Anyway, it's a nice big shelter. Can't even remember what it's called. Yeah, I'll tell you later. Anyway, the horizontal part was pretty good. It wasn't, like I say, I filmed a little bit, but it was pretty good. A little bit muggy or boggy every now and then, and the trees were so close to the path that you just kept getting brushed and the water getting dumped on you from the pine needles and that type of thing, which doesn't help keep you dry. Otherwise I wouldn't have been bad. Still got my pants on. I'm probably going to try leaving them on for a while just to see if they might dry out a bit. But I need to eat something, and unfortunately eating is a bit of a problem because there's not a lot of food left. But I'm sure I can have a tuna packet and peanut butter and jam, and put that on a wrap, I think, and eat that. So tomorrow will be resupply, but it's still another, I don't know, 10 miles, I'm guessing, to the town. Oh, just happy to be here in an empty shelter. Nobody hogging it, nobody zeroing. Oh, great. That's great news. Now if it only will stop raining. I'm sure other people will show up though. So until then, well, I've been here for about 20 minutes. At 12:03 or so, The heavens opened up and it was raining like crap. And that guy, Dan, I think his name is, isn't here yet. Oh, he's going to be soaked. Hopefully he put his raincoat on. Oh, thought he would have made it. But the weather report was 12 o'clock. Boy, talk about accurate. It's supposed to storm, thunderstorms maybe around 4, and the rain stops at 8. We'll see what happens. Maybe the thunderstorms at 4, and I'll stop at 8. At least he has a dry place to go. That's for sure.
Reminds me of the early days on the trail.
Yeah.
Started in February.
Oh. You started in February? Wow.
Yeah, February the 11th.
That's right after my birthday.
It's your birthday?
February 9th.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, it's close.
I got cold in Georgia and I started the 17th of April.
Yeah.
As I pan here a little bit in the woods below the shelter near the privy. Yeah, the hill tomorrow, I think, is just out of the gate here. It's just 100 feet or 150 feet. And then there's the descent. And then a 2,000 foot climb to another 4,000 foot peak. Name I can't remember. And that is like a double peak as well. So once I get to the peak, there's a little peak that's a little bit beyond it. And then that will gradually go down to Stratton. Stratton is, I think, 13, if I read it right, 13 miles away from here. So it's not a huge distance. It's that big climb, which is the pain of the day. But it's supposed to be nice weather. So, like I was saying earlier, it rained a little bit just past noon, but nothing really that bad. And right now it should be possible thunderstorms. And other than, being in a foggy cloud, it looked like it was getting pretty bright there a few times, like the sun was even trying to come out. So, no thunderstorms. And anyway, when I get into town, I'll go to the grocery store, get the little resupply I need, like for 3 days worth. That will get me to Kennebec River, where I can resupply again. Apparently there's a very excellent resupply there for hikers, and that will be a resupply for, how many days was I thinking? 4, I think. Yeah, I have to go 20 miles beyond that, I think, to get to Munson, I believe it's called. And that is the last resupply point before the 100-mile wilderness. So that 100-mile wilderness, I'll have to have at least 5, maybe 6 days worth of food, be sure. And some people talked about how you can get a food drop halfway if you want. But I think I can carry it. Hopefully the weather is good. I said this would be intent. I said I'm not sure how many shelters there are along the way, but there are shelters like where I am. So I think there are shelters in the 100-mile wilderness. And then that will take me to Baxter State Park and Katahdin. So just a few more days, just under 2 weeks probably. I think tomorrow we'll be hitting the 2,000-mile mark, which is official ThruHiker status. And so tonight I'll have my Nora rice side, tuna in the one remaining wrap, what's left of my candy, and probably take that carnation, it's the breakfast, they call it essentials now, and mix it with hot water and drink it as a hot tea, hot chocolate. Yeah, hopefully it'll be warm enough. It's supposed to be cold tonight. I got all my down on, and pants feel dry. It's good. Socks, they weren't quite dry, but my sleep socks over top of them, probably a mistake. And yeah, it's only like 5 o'clock now, if that. So I'll be eating soon. And yeah, wasn't bad today walking in the rain. It was a little cool, but when I got to the shelter, it was empty, and I was so happy, as I mentioned earlier. So now it's full of hikers. So I'll show you the other side of it.
Hey, we got. We're not wasteful people, right? Oh man.
I don't even want to think about being